Hi, it's your favourite Yorkshire demo here. This is Suzanne at Hullahbaloo.com and today's project is this one. Now this one, you may spot, has something on it that is not in the catalogues. It's not available in the catalogues for anybody to purchase, and that's because this paper here forms part of an amazing joining offer for new demonstrators that join within Celebration, which is from the 5th of January to the 28th of February. If you join Stampin' Up within those 2 months, you will get this new designer series paper, which will not be available until the launch of the annual catalogue, which is in June. So I'll quickly show you the papers you can get. There will be 5 packs and you will receive all 5. And if you know Stampin' Up, you'll know that they do colour families, and then each colour family has its own stack. So here we have the brights, the regals, the subtles, the neutrals and the in colour. And this year they are new designs too. So we get design number 1, which is like a diagonal checker, almost plaid type. A flowery design on the back, and then we also get this one, which I'll be using today but in a different colour, and then this one. So you receive 40 sheets in each pack, which means that if you join between January and February, you will receive all those sheets of paper. So there's several hundred there for you. So this one was made using crushed curry, and I've used that almost plaid design. Today I'll be using this one, so Granny Apple Green, and I'm using the second design, which is, I don't know how to describe it. If you look a bit close up, it looks like arrows, but they're not at the same time. So I'll show you how to make this one. So you need a piece of Granny Apple Green cardstock, and this is the full international A4 size, so this is 8 1/4 by 11 3/4, so you may need to adjust your cardstock accordingly. We're going to grab the scoreboard. We're going to get scoring straight away. So on the long side we want to score this at 2, 4 7/8, 6 7/8, 9 3/4, and then we want to rotate onto the short side and score it at 2 on either side. There we go, and that's all the scoring. Pop this away. Okay, so that's what we're left with. We're left with a symmetrical design. So we've got 6 squares, 2 rectangles, and then larger ones down the centre. We're just going to fold and burnish all of these score lines, like so. And the way this opens and shuts is like that. So we have the top come over the front. Okay, so bit of cutting to be done. So 3 squares on each side, we need to cut up those. So cut up the side of the square and release it. We'll do that on all of these. Releasing those squares, they are going to become our tabs for constructing the box together. There we go, like so. So as you'll see, if I flip inside here, if I angle that, you should be able to see there the squares come in, but I've trimmed the squares down because if you put both of them together there would be an unsightly overlap. So I'll show you how I did that. So all the squares are there, move the rectangles out of the way so we don't accidentally cut where we shouldn't. And then I'm literally chopping that in half, and then I'm wedging it on each side, and that makes it so the box will close smoothly. And again, chop that in half and up each side, and then again in half and up each side. Now these scissors are probably a bit big for doing this, but we're okay. And then that's what you're left with. You then need to repeat the same on the opposite side. So up the squares and free them. Like so. And then rectangles out of the way and chop squares in half and wedge. And again. And then again at this last one too. So we'll get those wedged off. And the last one. There, move all that cut off out of the way. And this is what you are left with. So that's our box template. That's what we're finished with. Before we construct the box, I'm going to decorate it. So on this one, I've got my Whisper White outside, and then I've got my DSP. I'm going to do the same, but with that different pattern. So for the top of the box, you need a piece of Whisper White that is 4 1/8 by 2 5/8. That's going to sit on the top there. In fact, I'm going to have that as the top. So on the top there, and then designer series paper will sit there on top of that. The designer series paper is 3 7/8 by 2 3/8. So I'm just going to grab my stamping seal to stick those together. So back of the DSP. And onto the white. And I'm just going to try and make sure that that border all the way around is the same. Like so. And then this is the top. All of my measurements and all of the products used are in the description bar just below this video. You can head on over to my blog. You don't need to write anything down. Just lift that a minute, I've done that wonky. Good thing I caught that. Let's try that again. You won't rip your box like I just have. There we go. Okay, so then we've got our, what will form when we bring it all over. Look, we've got the top, we've got the front and the back, and then we have 2 sides. So we'll do the front and the back. So you need 2 pieces of Whisper White for the sides that are 4 1/8 by 1 3/4. And they will sit there like so. And then 2 pieces of designer series paper that are 1 1/2 by 2 3/8. And then for the sides, we need 2 Whisper Whites that are 1 3/4 by 2 5/8, and the designer series paper is 1 1/2 by 2 3/8, and then same on the other side. So just to recap, the top Whisper White is 4 1/8 by 2 5/8. The sides are 2 5/8 by 1 3/4. And the front is 4 1/8 by 1 3/4. The designer series paper top is 3 7/8 by 2 3/8. The sides are 2 3/8 by 1 1/2, and the front is 1 1/2 by 3 7/8. So I'm just going to quickly get all these stuck down. And it looks like I may have to replace my seal. So I'm coming to the end of my current tape. quickly switch that out. I won't turn the camera off as it's so easy to do. Just get a new inner, plug that into there like so, and off we go again. Easy peasy. So this was the front there. Get that lined up like so, and the back. And then I'll just quickly glue up the sides as well so that I'm a bit quicker and you're not sat just watching me glue pieces of DSP. So I'll pop these on the sides here. 1, 2, and then this one onto the back piece. And then quickly flip those over and get them stuck too. And you can see my recycling here where there's 2 sides to card. If you make an error, it doesn't stop you using that piece of card again in a different project, which is what I've done here. So on the back, on the side, and on the opposite side. Right, okay, one last thing before we bring our box together. I have got the 1.5 inch circle punch, and where the front tab is here, I'm going to eyeball it in the centre, and I'm going to pop it in around 1/3 like so, and I'm just going to punch that out, and that'll give us a bit of a thumb hole, so like this here, just to open the box with. Okay, pop that back away. We're ready to bring this box together. So we need to put glue on these tabs that we made. Again, I'm going to use my seal just for speed. It's a lot easier to do fast on camera. But you can use any glue for this. You don't have to use Seal Plus. You could use liquid glue like Tombow. You could use tear and tape, but something that's strong. Then bring up the sides and the tabs together like so and stick on the inner. You need to do the bottom of the box first. Bring those round, and then the middle, bring that to meet the bottom like so, and then you can build the top up around the base. So once you've got to that position there, I then put the lid on like you would, bring the front round, fold the tabs around, and then you can tuck these on and make sure the box fits perfectly like so. And there we go, that's our box done. It's ready to be decorated. So just to make sure it opens and shuts. There we go. Okay, so decoration. I am using a stamp set that is coming up. It's one of the Celebration stamp sets. So this is called Approaching Perfection. It's a cling stamp set, and there's 7 different stamps in here that are all related to birthdays, and the sentiments in here are brilliant. They're more jokey ones. So the bad news is I forgot your birthday. The good news is I forgot your age. Brilliant. But I'm using this one here. No, I'm not, sorry. This one here. So what if you're a year older? You're fabulous. So I've got a scrap piece of Whisper White, and I'm going to use the coordinating Granny Apple Green ink. And then we're just going to get that sentiment, which is this one here, and we're going to pop that onto a block. And I have got one of my little narrow blocks. I've only just done the stickers on these, and without my nails I can't get under the sticker. So let's see if I can get this out here for us to use. Yeah, there we go. Right, so what block have I got to put this on? I've got a G block. So we'll just get this out of the box. There we go. Just fix my sticker there. Pop that on. And then we'll get that inked up. Now, I've already cut my card where normally I would cut the card after. So I need to get right over the top of this. So I'm just lining it up there on the very bottom of my grid paper. And I'm going to make sure I can get this on here properly. There we go. And then on the other one, I finished off the sentiment with some rhinestones. So I've got my rhinestones here. I'm going to put a big one on each side. And then what I did on this side is I put the big one and then I put a medium-sized one next to that, like so. And then I'm just going to grab some dimensionals and mount that up on the box. So there we go. There we go. There's the two boxes. Which colour do you prefer? Granny apple green or crushed curry? And don't forget, if you join my team, the Baloos, between January the 5th and February the 28th, not only will you get a little goodie from myself for thanking you for joining my team, you will also get those papers as a thank you gift from Stampin' Up. And you'll also get your starter kit. So you pay £99, but you get £130 of product in there. Business supplies, free shipping, and of course, these papers. Any questions, please let me know. You can grab me at Suzanne@Hullahbaloo.com. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.